So a little introduction. Took a fully built LC9 out and put a L84 in. I just wanted to bring you guys all along with my swap. Took me roughly 2 days to get everything switched. No, it's not running yet, so it's not done, but basically 2 days to swap it in. Have to do some wiring, some cold side stuff, get all my fuel rails and stuff on, but follow along. Not the best videoing, not the best editing. That's all I can do on CapCut at the moment, but let me know what you think. Say what? LT coming in hot. Got this nice L84 here going in the turds thing. It's not really its name, but you know, looks like a turd right now. Get rid of all 16 of these solenoids. Put in some plugs from BTR. Put in high pressure pump lifter. Take that out, put the dummy plug in it. It's gonna be, just gonna leave it completely stock. We're gonna run the stock lifters, stock head gaskets, stock head bolts, not even taking none of that off. We're gonna go in and lock out the VVT though. Wish me luck. What is going on here? Adapters. Yep, call me a cheap ass, but saves me about $1,000. And we're gonna put I believe it's an L92 manifold on there. See how she fits. Looks good to me. Now I just gotta take my fuel rails off my TBSS and drop them on here and see how it does. There she is, built LC9 coming out. You know, thought this was gonna stay in there, but it's going up for sale. It's not my engine. It was supposed to be a labor trade, but you know, I guess things change. It is what it is. Gotta, you know, overcome some bumps in the road, but I'm putting a L84 in it. Stock 5.3. I put the DFM plugs in it, took the high pressure pump out, LS intake, well, rectangle port. I'm gonna keep all the stock lifter, stock head gaskets for now, till it's time to do a cam swap when the time is right. We're gonna see how she does. There's my turd, don't mind the mess. Got some nice stuff over here. But, you know, we'll see how she goes. Stay tuned. So this is the update. I have the L84 tore down. The LC9 back with its original owner. Don't mind the mess. Just doing this in a hurry. Waiting on my dummy plugs for the direct injector. Should be here in a week. Interesting. This one broke. Luckily I have another one. Gonna lock out the VVT. Not gonna lie, I didn't buy no kit. Just gonna have metal laying around here. I'm just gonna jam it in there because I really don't care. It's gonna get a cam kit in probably the next 6 to 8 months. We're gonna get rid of all that. So I have a pan. It's a Jegs pan. Just gonna haul on my return. I didn't want to use that. It's too far back. I didn't want to put anything in the way of my starter. That's where I'm at. I'm going to throw the used water pump on there. I'm not going to use this alternator, but a Gen 4, actually it's a Gen 3 alternator. Fits right in there. What? Wish me luck. Just need to get that crank sensor out of there and put a Gen 4 crank sensor in there. It's gonna be interesting, fun. Going to have to change up the hot side a little bit. You know, just budget build. Nothing's pretty. but she will do. More updates to come throughout this whole video. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna pull the spark plugs out because I know some dirt got in there through the direct injector holes. I'm gonna blow them out as best I could, you know. We'll see how it goes. Got my jigs, oil pan on there. Got my fitting in there, don't judge. Let's get her set in. This one-handed stuff is hard. Back. I'll get it set down in there and continue the film. So it is set in there. It's not bolted in. The LS brackets are not big enough. I already knew that. I'm waiting on some plates so I can cut them off, weld any plates on there. And for anyone wondering, damn it, sorry guys. Alright, for anyone wondering, you can see, you can't really see, it's too hard to get the camera back there, but the bell housing is not sitting all the way against the block. The back cover bolts, the top bolts, are hitting the SFI bell housing, so I will be pulling it back out just to trim away where they did for the LS from whoever made this one. I don't know who made this one, so I just got to trim away a little bit more. That way it covers the rear cover bolts and it'll sit nice and flush. But that's what it looks like in there. Sheesh. Gonna be exciting. Well, it's sitting in there. The L84 looks awfully good sitting in there. I need to lop off the motor mount brackets. I need to lop off the plates because the LT has a bigger motor mount bolt spread, if you want to call it, for the bosses in the block. So I got to modify that. The engine has to come out one more time. The rear cover bolts are hitting the SFI bell housing. Got to trim that a little bit. Waiting on the dummy plugs for the direct injection. Gotta put some vents somewhere, you know, some catch can vents somewhere in there. Some bungs right on the valve covers, but that's where we're at. It's good. It's lining up. You cut these flanges off, put some V-bands on there. This side's gonna take a little bit of work. It is now the next day. Engine back out. I just changed these two bolts out, ground the heads down a little bit. It's just literally probably 20 thousandths I had to take off on this side. I know it's not pretty, but just tiny bit. This side was a little more. Most likely gonna have to get a different SFI bell housing to fit the LT, even though these ones are the same. Just need to do this one. Let's see how it goes. So this is where I'm at. Engine's finally sitting against the transmission all the way. Starting to work on the primary tubes over here. And then I'll get the driver's side connected up. I just need to test with the turbo, make sure I didn't clock it too much, but it should be good. It'll give me a better direction for my downpipe. I don't even know if I'm gonna go back down in the corner like it used to be or just go out the hood. I'm not sure yet. If there's enough room, maybe I'll come through here and move some shit over here and go out the fender like I want. We'll see. So let me get to work. Maybe put you guys on a time lapse. We'll see. Well, this is where I'm at. Day 1.5. Repurposed a lot of the steel, so it's not going to be the prettiest hot side, but it's going to work. Headers are in. They do have to come out one more time so they're not permanently in, as I have to cut this bracket off for the motor mount per side. I've already said that, but I should have a plate in the next couple days to re-weld back on there, finalize the engine being set in. But pretty much within a 2-day period, I've pulled my built LC9. Well, it wasn't my built LC9, it was supposed to be mine, but you know, things happen. Plans change. So pulled the LC9 and here we are with the L84. Got my oil pressure sensor in the front. I'll have my crank and cam sensor pigtails this week so I can wire them into my Holley harness. I am on an HP, so I can change over the tune and make it work. And you know, it should be fun. I'm gonna get this welded up, get it mounted back in the vehicle, and then I'll set the intake on there and do my charge pipe. I am going to have to change my charge pipe here. That'll be simple. I'll just end up cutting this 180 somewhere right here in the 90-degree mark, and there's already a 90-degree elbow rubber coupler. I'll just come straight up to my turbo there. It's definitely not a pretty car, but you know, this is what I got to work with. Should be fun. Now the end of the day. Made some progress off camera. Hot side done. Like I said, it's not the prettiest, but modified this charge pipe because now the turbo sits on a slant. It used to be straight. That'll allow me to get the down pipe or up pipe. I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. Just for time sakes, I might just come up for now. But I don't know if that's what I want. I don't like my windshield being all dirty with condensation and stuff. Coming together. Coming together. One LT Swapped Mustang coming up. Well, you will have to stay tuned for the next video to see this beast run. So hang in there. Maybe 4 or 5 days from this video, we will hopefully have a running LT Mustang.